All right, I'm in Vegas currently, and I'm going to recap my Run Good Mystery Bounty event that I went to in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's a $500 event, and this is the first mystery bounty I've ever participated in, and we run deep. We start out with 30,000 in chips, and my table seems pretty soft because I start out with Ace-8 suited and play it aggressively, take that one down, then we get Ace-10 off. We play that aggressively and take that one down as well. It seems like our aggression is working and people are just folding. This is the second day one flight. It's a Saturday and we're trying to make it to day two. We've got a long day to go. I then get my first pretty big spot in the small blind. I have Ace-9 suited. The blinds are 600, 1200, 1200. We get a limp on the button. It's an open limp. It folds to the button. He open limps, and then I make it 3,900. And then the big blind just calls my 3,900 and button calls as well. It's three ways to a flop of 7, 10, 9. And I check, big blind checks, and now the button just shoves 5,900. I make the call, and he shows 8-5 suited. We hold, and we take that one down. All right, we go on our first break. Our stack's at about 56,000. We just need to get down to 24 players today to get to day two. That's also the min cash, so we still got a long way to go. Our next spot is when we have King Jack offsuit in the middle position. We're at 1,000, 2,000, 2,000, and we get a under the gun who limps 2,000. We then take this and we keep playing aggressive. We make it 6,000. It folds back to the under gun. He makes the call. We're heads up to a flop of Jack 6-3 with 2 spades. He checks to me, and I go ahead and c-bet this for 5,000. He then check raises it to 14,000. I'm a bit suspicious, but my image is super aggressive, so maybe he's taking an aggressive line on me. I go ahead and just make a call just in case this is a flush draw kind of hand, and the turn is an offsuit 3, and he now fires out for 12,000. I am a little worried he may have ace-jack off here, but it's unlikely. I do block some of those combos, so we go ahead and make the call. The river now is a 5 of clubs. Spades do miss, and honestly, I'm really hoping this guy just checks. He does, however, say all in, and if I make the call, I will only have 3,000 or 4,000 chips left. This is a pretty big spot. I do sit there and I tank for quite a bit, and I ultimately have to make the call. My image is too aggressive. I'm pretty sure people are probably getting annoyed with how much aggression I'm putting on the table. So I do make the call, and he shows pocket 7s for a bluff, turning his pocket pair into a bluff. We scoop a huge pot there, and we're up to 112,000 chips. We now get a table change, and we're at a new table. I find ace queen. I make a squeeze play with it. We take that down. And now we're on the button with pocket 8s. Blinds are 1,500, 3,000, 3,000. I open it to 6,500. It folds to the button, and now he shoves all in for about 20 big blinds. Maybe it was 15, I can't remember. 15 or 20 big blinds. I make the call, and we have a run out. Sorry. Let's go. He had pocket deuces. We hold on that one. We now have ace queen offsuit shortly after that, and we run into aces. He's a short stack, not a big deal. We get it in. We do not improve, and we're down to about 150,000 chips now. We're getting pretty deep in this tournament now. There's only 47 players left, and 23 players will go to day two. That is also the min cash. So if we bust before the 23 players, we will not make the money. I then play ace-7 suited. I check that one down and lose to a king high board. I then find pocket kings. I get an open to my right. I 3-bet it. We get no action. And then finally, we get queen jack suited. Blinds are 2,000, 4,000, 4,000, and we're in the cutoff. We open it to 8,000. Button makes the call. Big blind makes the call as well, and we're 3 ways to a flop of Jack 4-7 rainbow. It checks to me, and I c-bet it for 12,000. Now the button raises it to 25,000. She's honestly been pretty aggressive, so when it folds back to me, I do not see myself folding here. I do make the call, and the turn is another 4. I check to her, and now she bets out 35,000. It's pretty scary here. We're really deep, and when I see this raise, I'm thinking she's got a pretty strong holding here. Lots of sets, maybe an overpair that's been played slowly. Not really sure, but I do make the call again. The river is a king. We then check once again, and she checks back and shows Jack 10 offsuit. Her aggression stayed true. She gets lucky with the king on the river. We chop that one up, and now we're down to 25 players left. Blinds are now 3,000, 5,000, 5,000, and I make a pretty massive mistake. At least in my opinion, I make a mistake near the bubble of the day 2 bag. We're on the cutoff. We get a under the gun limp for 5,000, and then the guy to my right in the hijack makes it 25,000. I wake up with pocket 10s in the cutoff, and I am playing scared. I should be always either just pushing this all in on the bubble. If they got it, they got it. We go with it. But I go ahead and flat the 25,000. This allows under the gun to flat as well, and now we're 3 ways to a flop. It comes Jack 8, 4, 2 diamonds. It checks to me, and I think they're weak, so I go ahead and put a pretty big bet, about half pot. I make it 60,000, and now under the gun snap shoves for about 85,000. It's only about 25,000 more to go. It folds to me. I make the call, and he shows pocket 8s for a flop set. He then turns another 8, and I river a 10. So he has quads and I have a full house, but regardless, I should have just went all in pre-flop. The guy to my right in the hijack actually had pocket 9s, and if it would have played out correctly, if I didn't play scared, we would have got it in, and probably pocket 9s will go ahead and call there, and we would have got a huge double up. Anyways, we're still alive. We still have about 120,000. We can make day 2 still with this stack. We now just take a few small pots here and there. We fold, and we finally get to 23 players, and now we have locked up $444. Go into day 2 with 128,000. We will be now playing for 4 $5,000 mystery bounty tickets, 10 $3,000 mystery bounty tickets, 5 $1,500 mystery bounty tickets, and 8 $1,000 mystery bounty tickets. Super excited. This is the first time I've ever made a day 2 to a mystery bounty, so I really want to try to get one just so I can go for the sweat and draw a ticket. So now we are back, day 2 of the $500 mystery bounty. Super excited. We're coming back to 3,000, 5,000, 5,000. We have 128,000. That's about 25 big blinds. Pretty big stack compared to everyone else. We pick up ace 5 offsuit on the button. We open it up, and now small blind shoves for about 65, I think 70,000. We got a bounty to chase. We make the call. Let's see a run out. Can we get our first bounty? You're suited. I don't like that.
That'll do it.
Okay. Oh well, it's just a chop. I then get into a pretty dicey spot with king 10 of clubs in the cutoff. Blinds are now 3,000, 6,000, 6,000, and now we open it up to 12,000. Big blind makes the call, and we're heads up to a flop of king 3, 7, 2 hearts. It checks to me, and I now c-bet for 10,000. Big blind calls, and the turn is the 9 of clubs. We have a flush draw and top pair now. Super excited about this hand. It checks to me, and we're definitely going to be betting this board. We now make it 35,000. Big blind makes the call, and the river is the deuce of clubs. Let's go. We want to see this get checked to us. However, big blind goes all in. What the? I am literally like, what the hell's going on here? Like, this is never a bluff. We wanted to see a check, and then we bet all in, and he calls, but now it's he goes all in on me. And now my tournament life is on the line. I have these second nuts here. He could be valuing a queen high, jack high, 10 high flush here. It's always a flush. We do make the call, and he shows us ace 5 of clubs for the nut flush. Sick run out. It's obvious he had value there. He wanted us to call for the bounty. And now we go home, we get 33rd place, and we're just sick because we didn't get a single drawing to a bounty. We didn't get a chance. Anyways, not too bad, I guess. It's still another cash in the books. Anyways, we're in for 500, out for $445. We lose $55 on that session. GG's.